When we start talking about developing those kinds of programs, there's several hallmarks of the failed development programs. The first is menu-driven training classes. Now, most of the organizations in America, public and private sector, your organizational development process goes something like this. Hey, we haven't had a time management class in 3 years. Let's offer one of those this year. That's menu-driven. That is reactive. That is now-centric. It is not going anywhere. It is not developing people. And it is dang sure not moving them up that pyramid into functioning at higher levels. Now, time management may need to be offered, but it needs to be offered understanding what it is you're offering instead of thinking that you're developing leaders or going somewhere with it. The second is the absence of integrated building blocks that cross-pollinate. You shouldn't be offering any class, you shouldn't be offering any training that is not reinforcing across lines everything else that you're doing. In other words, it ought to be an integrated curriculum that you understand how every single thing you do to develop your people fits with everything else you're doing. We've got to become a lot more coherent in how we do stuff. The next, do as I say, not as I do management attitudes. I can't tell you how many city managers and assistant city managers and department heads have never taken the classes they're asking their employees to take. And their employees know it. And they go through the motions and check the boxes because they don't believe that you mean it. Patrick Leoncini, we do a lot of management team workshops using his 5 dysfunctions of a team. But one of the things he says in his latest book is that your employees will wait for you to tell them where you're going 7 times before they believe you. Not because they can't remember it, not because they are unwilling to do it, but because they don't believe you really mean it. That what you're going to do is move to the next thing tomorrow, and it'll never really happen, so I'm not going to waste my energy until I know that she is really serious that we're going there. Inadequate funding. This is one of the biggest differences between the public and the private sector, and most of the folks who shout, run government like a business, oppose actually running government like a business. And one of those characteristics that is profoundly different is that the private sector actually significantly invests in the development of their people. They recognize that if 75% of our budget is a particular asset, we need to invest in that asset. Now, at the same time, I would tell you that training in general is one of the most wasted expenditures in your organizations. So get what I'm saying? It is simultaneously terribly wasteful and terribly unfunded. It's not a matter of just doing more training. It's about actually doing something that is coherent and is going somewhere and it makes a difference. And then finally, the failure to create a values-aligned system of systems. That's the fruit cocktail issue. That's as the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland said, if we don't know where we're going, any road will get us there.